What is up, bros? Josh here. In today's video, we're breaking down the 0.7.10 patch, which is just about to hit World of Warships tomorrow, October the 17th. There's a lot to go over, so let's break it down as fast as possible and kind of give you guys a quick little brief description of everything happening in this upcoming patch. I feel like I'm repeating myself every patch because every patch has been pretty massive. There's been massive edits in content, but this one is even bigger than it seems like the rest because there's a lot of new things going on. First of all, brand new line hitting the game, which is the British destroyers. So if you got a little bit of an early access to them with the new missions, the new destroyers are going live, and that's the main headlight of this. So get ready for that. If you got the new missions, you got a little bit of a head start towards the end of the line. If not, you can try them out, starting from the lowest tier, skip to whatever one you want, and then join it in. So British destroyers are going on, and then the next stage of the Royal Navy event is also happening. So stage 2, there are 3. This is going to last 3 whole updates, so basically 3 months long, and we're finally getting into a new stage. So one of the main things about this is it's going to continue to giving you missions, but you can no longer get sovereigns, which are the ones to buy the Warspite and the Gallant, stuff like that, and the other containers. You can still get the guineas though, which will help you get the Cossack. So the ending of the last one, you can still get your guinea for that, and then continue on towards that. So as you can see right here, sovereigns will no longer be available for the missions, but you continue to get them through the containers if you want. But sovereigns or guineas will continue on, which will give you a better chance for the Cossack. And also you can continue to go on to the Hall of Fame. The tech tree for the British ship is now available for research, and accordingly we have changed the rewards for places in the Hall of Fame. So that'll be pretty cool. You continue to get rewards since the other ones were getting the actual containers towards that to give you the extra little ones for the sovereigns. So those will be changed for the top 100, or the leaderboard basically towards the event. One massive thing too, which is coming out, is the Halloween event. So this is going to be pretty fun. Saving Transylvania, which we've seen before, Sunray in the Darkness, and then Terror of the Deep, both normal and hard versions. So if you remember, Terror in the Deep is the one with the submarines, so this is going to be an extra couple weeks long. And then hard versions, so the first time we've actually seen hard versions on the live server. We saw them on the test server, and they're actually pretty difficult. So Terror of the Deep on the hard version. This is, again, will be the first time, if you didn't go on the public test, to see and actually play the submarines. So pretty cool. Again, we've already seen these, and if you have already done these ones, they're going to get reset, especially if you played them last year. They'll get reset, so you got to go in there with your friends or with randoms and try to 5-star them and also get in the rewards. But this is the first time we've seen the hard version of one of these, which would be pretty cool. This is something that's been talked about for a long time. If you've ever gone and seen the operations, there's actually a hard version, a normal and hard version, but you could never click on the hard version. So we got to test them on the public test server for this patch. So it's finally going live, which is actually pretty cool. But lots to go over for this. So the entire event, and you actually get a bunch of rewards for that. And here's Terror of the Deep, which you'll get to check out one of 5 different submarines, all with different play styles, and it shows you how to unlock these. So that'll be pretty cool. And this is your standard one, the Barracuda, and will be available in the port. Bingo bango, and it shows you how to unlock all of these. So getting out to try out all the different styles, and will be actually really cool because this is the first time we're seeing it on live, so which is pretty nice. And a little quick overview of how to play that. I'll put a link down below. You guys can dive into it a little bit with yourself, a bit more in depth. I did a whole kind of in-depth video. I'll put a link down below for the submarines if you want to check that out, and kind of gives a quick brief overview of what we've seen so far with the class. But you'll actually get to come check them out. But this is one of the big things for this patch, is the actual submarine gameplay. That it's only in operations right now, and they've talked about PvP potentially in the future, but again, I think we're way far off from getting that. And there's a couple of new achievements you can get. There will be new Halloween containers, so this tends to be a pattern that they do every year, and looks like we'll be getting new camos. So it's something they do every year. They pick 4 ships, and you can get permanent camos for those, which will come in containers. You can either earn or purchase. So who knows if we will do that with coal. I don't think it says if you can get them with coal here. Probably not, but these are ones that will be purchasable and most likely earned in game. And you get one for the North Carolina, for the Kiev, for the Z-23. They put a lot of permanent camos on the Z-23. It's probably one of the least played Tier 8 destroyers. And then the Mogami. So this one's actually pretty cool. Looks like a Kraken's on it, an octopus. So that's pretty cool. Permanent camos. Get them while you can, because usually these are time sensitive camos, and once the event is gone, you can't get them again. So for people who have them and people ask about them, most of them are unavailable once you go on. One massive thing they're changing is the new type of matchmaker. So they're going to put soft limits on the number of destroyers, and I believe they even talked about doing it on battleships. I don't think it says here. Yeah, it says they're on battleships as well. So soft limits on these destroyers, so you won't get those games where there's going to be tons and tons of DDs in the game, which a lot of people were starting to really dislike. And if you got into a game where there was a lot of destroyers and a couple of them died pretty quick, it got kind of out of hand going towards into the game. So they put soft limits, and basically how this works, whoever was the first person of the 24 to get in queue within 3 minutes of them being in queue, if they can find the right amount, they will go under 4. They will limit the soft limits to 4 for both the battleships and destroyers. But still, if it goes longer than 3 minutes, so let's say maybe it's really late at night, or maybe it's high tiers and there's not many people playing high tiers, or low tiers, vice versa, they'll go back to the old matchmaking. So just because they are putting in these quote-unquote soft limits doesn't mean you'll always get a limit of 4 destroyers. You can still see the normal setup if you're in queue a long time, but this should limit most of the classes to 4 ships, so that's pretty nice. Ranked sprint starts, so you'll be seeing a video tomorrow about this, about picking the best ships on my channel, so look forward to that. But this is going to be the first thing of Wargaming really testing out the sprint version. So we're going to see the first of 2 seasons coming Friday, I believe. Tier 5, and it's sprint, so it's a much shorter version. You'll start from rank 10 in 2 leagues, 10 to 6, 5 to 1, and getting rank 1 is still the objective. Much less stars to get. Game should be quicker because the lower tier, and overall should just be a good time. The seasons are less than 2 weeks though, so if you do miss a couple days, it's going to take, you could potentially miss the entire season because of just how quick these things are going to go. But you can go in, and this is the first season 2 where they are testing out divisions, so you can play with a new friend and go through ranked season together. So they're testing a few things, and it's 6v6 the first season, 8v8 the second season. So tier 5 divisions are available, much shorter, quicker, should be a lot of fun. So go out there. Again, tomorrow's video will be over the best ships for ranks, so look forward to that if you're looking for some advice on which ship to pick. A bunch of game balances. This is all about the hydro changes if you haven't been keeping up. Basically, they are keeping hydro the same throughout ships. Some nations might be a little bit different, but ships themselves won't be all over the place. So this is kind of nice. It's kind of more standard on certain ships for the range, so there's not a bunch of different values that are a little confusing. I'll put a link down below to this. You can dive a bit more into this, but the hydroacoustic is basically getting I would say unified, but standardized a bit more for classes and nations than just being kind of all over the place. So this has been kind of nice. Some buffs, some nerfs to a few of them, but overall it's nice to just get a standard range of for certain lines instead of all over the place on small, what's the range, kind of getting used to that. A lot like we see in with radar. A lot of radars are basically, okay, if they're within this tier, they're that range, instead of this one's 9.2 and that one's 9.5 and this one's 9.7. It's going to be the same almost throughout entire lines or within certain tiers. And then some small changes too as well. Daily shipments. This is something that's pretty cool. So this is going to reward you for continuing to log in. A lot of games have started to do this, and pretty much they're just small little rewards. This is on the public test server as well, of getting extra rewards as you go through just by logging in every day. You don't even need to play any games, just clicking. So they're not going to be massive rewards, but they're going to be extra credits, ordinary containers, camos, just little bonuses for logging in. And again, you can just log in every day, and it looks like it'll probably get even some of the ones in the video, which you can check out yourself, even had doubloons. So who knows if they'll add, well, they even said coal, who knows if they'll add steel in, I don't know. But there were some with doubloons, so you can even get some free doubloons. Interface, they announced this change a little while ago, and that's with torpedoes. So torpedoes are going to have 3 different colors from this point out: green, yellow, and red. So if they are in the range, you'll see them as green. If they're within 3 kilometers and they have a chance of hitting you, like if they're close to you, they'll be yellow. And if they are red, they will for sure hit you. So it's going to help you basically avoid torps going forward. And I felt like this was kind of a weird, like another update that just wasn't needed. But overall, it's going to show you, if you're going to take torps, if you're not going to take torps, this depending on situations, if you're good, if you need to turn or not. So this will help you avoid some torps going forward. But kind of I felt like it was super unneeded, and just another thing that they've added to the game that just sure wargaming, that's fine. But anyways, that'll be in, so that'll help you avoid some torps in the future. Clan battles, a new clan battle season. This is going to be another test. So it seems like World of Warships is testing a lot of stuff on the live server. We're seeing that with ranked sprint. We're seeing that with soon to be with the submarines. We're seeing a lot of things that they're just straight up testing on the live server, and I'm kind of fine with that. But this one is actually giving us some pretty good rewards of 500 steel and 15,000 coal. So they're testing the cross server prime times, basically. So that's one of the biggest drawbacks of clan battle season, is people can't hit the time slots that are the 4 hours 4 days a week. So what they talked about doing is opening them up for cross server play. So that's what this is going to be. And if you sign up, or not if you sign up, but if you do them and assemble a team, select any prime time convenient for your clan, and dive into naval battle, play 10 battles during the test season, and get 500 steel and 15,000 coal added to your account as a reward. So that's pretty badass. And so you can only do this during the duration of the 7.10. So just go in with your clan. It's tier 6. I believe it's tier 6 5v5. Yeah, five players, tier 6. So most clans will be able to do this. Go play 10 battles, versus other servers, and you can just go in and have some fun. It'll be on smaller maps as well. So there you go. So kind of cool, and free rewards, especially with steel. So if you're really close from this latest rank season, you might be able to get the Flint, or a certain ship if you're really close to it. And then on top of that, with these rewards, I'm assuming if you're in a clan and you have the steel rewards, you can potentially get a little bit of extra steel. So that's kind of nice. Some content additions. We'll be testing the West Virginia, the Vanguard, the Dreadnought Charleston, and the Wichita. So those will be kind of fun to check out. So if you see some testers or see some CCs like myself testing those out, say hi, say how's the ship, and someone else will say NDA, or someone will tell you all about it, depending on our different levels of NDA. But those will be kind of cool, so you'll start seeing those in game. Also, the new camos, semi-new camos, are being resold. So the Kobayashi camos. So these are called the Stella Can camo for the Roma, the Key, as well as the Ashitaka. So those are both some pretty cool camos with some awesome credit earnings. Arms Race will be taking off. This was an extremely popular game mode, and I'm looking forward to putting this back on as a permanent game mode. But right now it's being taken off, so you can't play it. I don't even think you could really get a queue for it anymore anyway, because they basically made it where there won't be any, you couldn't get rewards for it or get any progress towards stuff. But Arms Race was widely popular, so I see this as being a permanent game mode in the near future. Maybe one of the upcoming modes will definitely have that. The Alex Ovechkin captains. So there's actually going to be 4 captains you can get through this, and it's the first time we've seen dual nation commanders, so they can go both U.S. and Russian. So that's the first time I've seen dual captains. So if we see it once, we're going to see it in the future. So that'll be kind of interesting. And of course, we have tons of different nations with that could easily use this. So IGN, whatever. So we're gonna start. We'll probably start seeing more and more dual nation captains, which is kind of nice because that's less captains you need to get level 19. So pretty nice. And then these are all the bonuses that he's gonna have here, as well as the permanent camos, both towards the Lexington, and then there's one other ship. Yeah, camouflage. Oh, this is the temporary one. This is the permanent one for Lexington, which has an ice rink on it. I don't know how those planes are gonna land, but it's gonna have an ice rink with Avi playing on the ice. There's some other minor changes too, but this is a massive patch, guys. This is a massive update. It's gonna be the 2+ gigs, so some pretty cool things. Royal Navy destroyers are coming, rank sprint, clan battles, matchmaker changes, Halloween events. Lots to go over, lots to do, and lots to make videos on. So hope this video helps you out, guys, because there's a ton to go. Again, I will put a link down below. You can dive a bit more into it. And so some stuff we've seen in the past, like some of the Halloween events, but lots and lots of new stuff going forward in 7.10. A monster of a patch, a monster of a patch. But anyways, guys, hope this quick, brief outline of the patch helps you guys out, keeps you up to date on what's going on with World of Warships. And anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.